Honest question. Why do Dems think that it's okay to send all of our tax dollars to other countries instead of spending it here on Americans? I get to dispel some propaganda? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to start this off as an analogy and I'll explain later. Think of the United States as being the richest house in a neighborhood. Now, if that neighborhood is full of crime, poverty, instability, it's not good for anyone, including the rich house. Now, if the rich house spends a little bit of money helping out those neighbors, it benefits everybody. Say, if they put in security cameras on everybody's house and cleans up their houses, fixes fences, paints their houses, hires somebody to mow all the lawns on the block. Not only does that up the resale value for the entire neighborhood, which really helps you, and it keeps the crime low, but it also endears you to your neighbors who now have your back. Instead of seeing you as that rich asshole on the block, they see you as a friend. They see somebody that they want to protect if somebody else tries to break into their house or something. This isn't just charity, it's community. It helps everybody. Do you really think that the United States is just so charitable with these other countries that they just want to give them money with no strings attached whatsoever? My dude, do you know our history at all? It's the ultimate I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine situation. That's exactly how foreign aid works. It's a small investment for us to get a lot back in return. Basically, it helps with strengthening relationships with our allies, trade opportunities, overall global stability. Let's take this analogy even further. Say we're the rich house on the block still, but we have the attitude of, fuck all those neighbors, just let them figure shit out for themselves. We're gonna keep all our money for ourselves. And another very wealthy person moves in down the street and say that they are Russian or Chinese or Iranian. And now they're doing all the nice things for the neighborhood that we used to do. Who do you think your neighbors are now loyal to? And do they care if anything happens to your house? If it catches on fire, are they even going to call the fire department now? Oh, and while I'm explaining this, federal aid is not sending all of our money to other countries. Far from it. Our federal spending in foreign aid is less than 1% of the budget. Let me put this into further perspective for you. Say that you made $100,000 a year. You would only be giving $1,000 a year to that foreign aid. To your other point, should we be spending more of our tax dollars to benefit more Americans? Abso-fucking-lutely. But instead of taking that from that 1% of our foreign aid, why don't we take it from 5% of our military budget? I guarantee our military would not feel that at all. But what Trump has effectively done is gone from that rich, nice house that was charitable at the end of the street, made sure that we always had food in our bellies and tried to help us keep our houses up. But that charitable neighbor moved out and a rich asshole moved in there, and he's trying to do everything he can to destabilize the whole neighborhood so that all of his neighbors just kind of default on their mortgages and whatnot so he can go in there and buy them up for pennies on the dollar. Now that these neighbors have nothing to lose because they've lost everything and they know that it's all the rich guy's fault, how do you think that they're likely to react to that neighbor? Anyway, in the past, rich people really understood that if they kept the masses happy, then they would let them stay happy too. They would build hospitals and libraries and museums and things to keep those people happy and entertained. What Trump and Elon are effectively doing is just going, mine, 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 I want all of it. And with them taking all of it, how long do you think it's going to be before a lot of people have nothing and they want to act out? So after hearing all this, you tell me, do you still think that foreign aid is a scam, or do you think that it might be worth it on some level?